Right. Well, we're here.
I'm Lisa, and this is my husband, Anthony, and we live together in Monmouth in Wales. You ain't seen nothing yet. I think it's a strength that we're married and in business together and still married.
Come on, we're getting all five today.
All five.
You can just say it. You're the fun one, I'm the boring one. So
I'm the face
you're the
of
one
business, you're the
does
voice
the
for
creative
radio.
stuff, and yes, 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 and I'm the one who checks and goes, not sure, no, and be careful. It's nice because we've got some fairly complementary strengths. I'm going to say, can't get fractious at times, but by the time we get home, then back to husband and wife with our 3 children, and things are good.
Lisa and Anthony may have successfully found a way to blend business with pleasure.
There we go.
I feel my heartbeat in my chest.
But will they have what it takes to build an amicable partnership with any of the dragons?
Hello, dragons. I'm Lisa, founder of Snope, a revolutionary, patented solid soap and solid shampoo dispenser.
I'm Anthony, Lisa's husband and business partner, and we're here today seeking a £50,000 investment for a 5% stake in Snope.
The idea for Snope came to me when I realised solid bars of soap were proving impractical for our busy family. Nobody wanted to share the bar. The bar always ended up a slimy lump with a hair on it on the sink. But before I reverted to liquids, I wanted to understand what that meant.
And the issue with liquids is gigantic, with UK homes alone discarding 1.8 billion hand wash, body wash and shampoo bottles every single year. And on top of that, liquids have 10 times the carbon footprint of solids. That's a big problem. So Lisa wanted to see what was out there. Was there a hybrid, something with the convenience of the dispenser, but all of the environmental benefits of solid bars?
When I couldn't find anything, I invented the solution and Snope was born. It takes 2 solid bars of soap or shampoo and dispenses a fine snow-like powder. Snope is eco-friendly, cost-saving. 2 bars of soap give 2,000 hand washes, and that's equivalent to 20 bottles of 250ml hand wash, body wash, or shampoo. We launched 18 months ago, and we're in over 200 happy Snoopy households and in over 30 businesses, including schools, cinemas, and we've just signed a hotel, which is part of a large global hotel chain, which is game-changing for Snope. Before I welcome questions, would you like to try some?
Yes.
I'm going to bring it to you.
An innovative dispenser that delivers grateable soap into your hands is the offering from Anthony and Lisa Hicks.
And you lather it up.
Smells nice.
Thank you.
The couple are seeking £50,000 in return for a 5% share in their business.
That is literally enough
Thank you.
for a hand wash.
Touker Suleyman is first up with the questions.
Lisa and Anthony, so you're saying that you're going to revolutionise the hand soap market.
Correct.
And the power that you've got in that container is your product.
The container is the product and
not all
the
those soaps
refillables.
you've got up there.
Yes, all of that is our product. We've got accessories, we've got soap bars and shampoo bars
It's
as
not
well.
a powder, it's a bar, and she grates
Oh, I see. It's a bar and you're squeezing it.
Yes.
Correct.
Gotcha,
Grating
gotcha.
it, grating
It's a
it.
grate-
Yeah. 2
Right, I
bars
see.
inside.
How many bars have you got in there?
2.
Gotcha. Right.
Lisa, Anthony, can I ask about just the liquid? What's the big upside of grating the soap myself versus if I have a hotel chain just doing what they currently do where I dispense a liquid soap?
So obviously liquid soaps are all transported in and come in single-use plastic. Even if you're refilling them, they come in 5-litre jacks. One of the great benefits that our commercial premises love is for the operatives, it's so much easier because you're not lumping around a 5-litre jack of liquid that you've got to pour into here. You've got a 110-gram bar that's equivalent to 2.5 litres in itself. So either on a cart or whatever, it's much more convenient to transport it around.
What's the cost difference if I'm a hotel owner? If I switch from the liquid soap to this?
We're saving about 50% on hotel soap costs.
In year 1.
Brilliant. So, can you explain to me what stage you're at with the patent?
Yeah, so we've got patents fully granted here in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And we've got EU and US pending. And that's for the dispenser itself, And then we've got patents on the soap
Yeah.
How do you get a patent on the soap?
because we've got the shape, the hole, because it needs a hole because it rotates around the central point, and the etching marks on the top because they have a functional benefit to them. You got to make a big redesign to do anything around it. I got to say, our patent attorney, we focused on that because we knew how important it was to protect, and he's outstanding.
Anthony, Lisa.
Oh,
It's
it's
really
I'm
impressive.
fighting you for this one, Peter.
Yeah.
I'm desperate to get in there.
Do you want to go? I'm happy for you to go.
Are you happy for me
Yeah,
to
because
go?
I'd probably learn a little bit whilst you're talking. It reminds me of getting on the back of Deborah's coattails with an investment we have together. I might do the same right now.
Right, okay.
So, Peter and I, you probably know, are invested in a business called Fussy, whose plan is to take, single-use plastic out of the bathroom.
Exactly.
As
Yeah.
you're part
Yeah.
of the, part of the same movement. It's absolutely brilliant. So I do have some questions.
Yeah.
It is, at the moment, it's quite a chunky-looking thing. How much flexibility have you got in terms of design? So if you think at the moment, your
Yeah.
big market here is going to be hotels.
Yeah.
And at the moment, they do some fantastic deals with brands.
Yeah.
And your market is going to be multifold. It's going to be you supplying the product. But if you do have this wonderful device,
Yeah.
then licensing that to other brands that can put their brand across, is going to be as important. But they're going to want flexibility of brand.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to say, actually, I'd like it that colour, and I'd like it a bit longer,
Yeah.
and I'd like one soap to go.
Yes,
that-
absolutely.
So that's why I asked the question.
Yeah, so from a patent point of view, there's no problem with that.
Yeah,
We can
exactly.
certainly change that. It's just the tooling. We're totally open to changing the design and the look of it.
I think this could be what Tetra Pak were and was when they launched their product for milk and for fruit juice. Snope could be that for soap dispensers.
Yeah.
And because I'm really, really quick and I don't need to ask many questions like some of the other dragons, I'm just going to get straight to the point and make you an offer.
Fantastic.
Because I literally, when I saw it, when you demonstrated it, I just got it. So you've asked for £50,000 for 5%. I'm going to offer you all of the money for 10% of the business.
Thank you, Peter.
Lisa, Anthony, it's really, really interesting. I think there's a huge education piece to be done, especially as it relates to the direct-to-consumer business. If you do a phenomenal job of presenting this as the antithesis to a current way of working that is unenvironmentally friendly, that is inefficient, then you could start to really eat up that market if you nail the storytelling online, which happens to be my bread and butter. It is what I do. So I'd love to throw my weight behind making sure that this reaches its potential. So I'm going to make you an offer, which is I'm going to offer you all of the money for 10% of the business as well.
Thank you.
I love it.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's brilliant.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know, but I've actually just been part of a campaign saying stop using liquid soap. It's because this is just so much a better solution. So I, of course, am going to make you an offer.
Thank you.
I'm not going to make it easy for you, because I'm going to duplicate theirs. So I'm going to offer you all of the money for 10% of the business.
Thank you.
Lisa, Anthony,
Hi, Sara.
I absolutely love the business. I love the product. I would love to work with you both, and I'd love to be involved in this. So I'm also going to offer you all of the money for 10% of the business.
Thank you.
Have you done well? Great. Look, you've created something which is revolutionary.
Thank you.
And I would definitely love to come on this journey with you. So I'm going to make you an offer. I'm going to offer you all of the money.
Be kind, Touker.
No, but you got 10%, and I'm not going to go over 10%. And I'm wondering, do I undercut them or not?
I think you should.
It's the only chance you got to get it.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll offer you all the money for 8%.
Thank you, Dragons. We really appreciate the offers. That's really exciting. And we're delighted with the offers, absolutely delighted. I think the thing for us is we would love to have multiple Dragons. We felt that we valued the business very fairly coming in at 5% for £50,000. So we just want to understand whether there's any wiggle room in that or what the wiggle room is.
I would be prepared to reduce my offer to 7.5%. And I would also be prepared to share with one other dragon. I don't think you need I actually don't think you need multiple dragons. And if you were trying to split it in lots of ways, I think it's not really something that I would want to get involved with. I just think you dilute to the point where we all kind of think, well, you know, we'll give them the attention when they want it. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm tempted. It's the link with what Deborah and I have got with Fussy. It's obvious here. So I'm kind of tempted to say that if I match Deborah's 7.5 and join forces, you've got Deborah and I think you've got the dream ticket. Was that your thinking, Deborah?
Well, it does. It makes perfect sense.
Okay, so Anthony and Lisa, I will match Deborah's offer. So going down to that 7.5 on a split basis with her.
Okay.
I would be willing to do 50,000 for 7.5% as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To be totally transparent, I also think your valuation on the business was fair. Your patents, I think, are very, very valuable. So I would be happy to take part of the business at the 5% stake.
Brilliant. Thank you,
Thank you.
Sara. Thank you.
Well, it leaves me.
Sorry,
Yes.
yes, Touker, sorry.
So I will revise my offer.
Yeah.
I will give you the whole 50,000 for 5%.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
We go and chat at the back.
Yep, we can do the chat with the wall.
The entrepreneur's firm stance pays off as each dragon drops their bid to get on board with Lisa and Anthony's business.
Oh, so conflicted.
Deborah Meaden and Peter Jones have teamed up to present a joint offer of 7.5%.
There's a potential link comes with Fussy. If we don't take Peter, he won't let us do that.
Matched by a single offer of the same from Stephen Bartlett.
Stephen, you want direct-to-consumer. Stephen's direct-to-consumer.
While Sara Davies and Touker Suleyman have both undercut their rival dragons with a bid of 5%.
Yeah, but don't tell each other. We can go. We act. Yeah. Right? Okay.
Yeah, get in face.
Right.
Right, thank you. Guys, we're massively conflicted. So we're really sad to lose some of you because you've obviously said really want it to be a couple. So Peter and Deborah, we're going to accept your offer, please.
Oh,
Hey.
Sara.
Thank you.
Sorry, Sara.
Good.
Sorry, Touker.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stephen.
Thank
It
goodness.
happens.
well
Don't
done.
worry about it.
They had all 5 dragons in the palm of their hands.
I love it.
Brilliant.
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to it.
Lisa and Anthony leave the den with 2 investors with the experience and expertise to fast-track their business to the bathroom big time.
Oh,
Buzzing.
absolutely
Buzzing.
overjoyed. Just, yeah, it's amazing. I want to dance.
That was better than I possibly could have imagined it going.
That's an incredible one.
I'm so pleased. Good. Now, we must try not to gloat too much over that, Peter. Gloating is never attractive.
Oh, having Peter and Deborah feels amazing. I mean, Peter, the tech titan, Deborah, the sustainability champion. Absolutely overjoyed. We couldn't be happier.
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm from London. And I'm James. I'm Zach's co-founder. I'm also from London. A friend of a friend introduced us initially, and we immediately sort of hit it off.
Yeah, couldn't do this alone, this bit.
Could not do this alone. I've been a big follower of Stephen Bartlett since his early days.
Green, ready to go.
Deborah has an amazing source of knowledge from hospitality and leisure.
The access and awareness that the right investor can bring us is the key to unlocking success. You ready to face the dragons?
Born ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Hello, dragons. I'm Zach.
And I'm James. We're the co-founders of Kit Medical. We're here today to ask for £75,000 in exchange for 5% of our business.
But first, I want to tell you a story about how one bite changed my life. When I was 5 years old, after having a piece of toast contaminated with peanut butter, I had my first ever allergic reaction. So I left the hospital with 2 adrenaline pens in my hand and the knowledge that certain foods could kill me. Fast forward 20 years and I've learned to live with my condition. Although with the stories of allergy deaths constantly popping up on the news and the struggles of finding and keeping adrenaline pens, it hasn't been easy. That's why, during my final year at university, I was focused on building a product that could tackle the problems allergy sufferers face every day.
If someone in this room would experience a severe allergic reaction with no access to medication, you'd have a matter of minutes to save their life. That's why, together, we set out to create something just like a defibrillator, but for allergies. In 2023, we launched our now multi-award-winning Anaphylaxis kit service.
We provide adrenaline pens on subscription with our wall-mounted kits, alongside online accredited training and management software. And in the last year and a half, our kits have actually been used to treat life-threatening allergic reactions, including that of a 14-year-old dance student named Ava and a maths teacher named Billy Joe, both of whose stories received national press coverage.
We've already partnered with over 350 schools. We're now rolling out our kits into workplaces, hospitality, retail, and more.
Thank you so much for listening. Now I'd love to demonstrate how our kit works.
An emergency pack containing adrenaline pens for treating severe allergic reactions is the brainchild of Zach Marks and James Cohen.
So the kits are wall-mounted in schools and workplaces, like so. You'll always have an emergency break glass key nearby, and to access it, smash it, and then take the key.
The pair are hoping for an investment of £75,000.
Push it into the middle, turn to the left, and that takes it out its wall mount.
In return for a 5% share of their company.
Open the latch and inside are the adrenaline pens, alongside emergency treatment guidance here, so that even if you aren't trained, you'll know what to do.
First to find out more is Sara Davies.
Awesome. James, Zach. So I'm trying to understand the business model proposition. What is the cost to somebody of installing one of these? And, how does that work for you guys?
So we charge schools £650 per kit per year.
So it's not a one-off installation?
Not a one-off installation, because the medication inside expires all too frequently. So what we do is replenish them when they're coming out for expiry, and we maintain our supply of training, our Anaphylaxis portal, and our wall-mounted kits with in-date pens throughout that period of time.
But if people know that they've got this sort of, like you found out,
yes.
Unfortunately, but luckily, I suppose something saved your life. I would naturally assume that you would have an adrenaline pen, so everybody would have that with them anyway.
So
is that not the case?
There's a few issues with that. Firstly, adrenaline pens are pretty bulky and inconvenient to carry around with you. So a lot of people with allergies, because it can be a rare occurrence, you just end up not taking it with you. And in that time you do need it, you don't have them. The other thing is that they expire. So you might be carrying a set, not check the expiry date, they're actually out of date. Now, in some cases, like Billy Joe, the teacher who had a severe reaction at school and needed our kit, she used her own adrenaline pen that she had, but she only had one. And she needed to then use a further 2 more pens from our kit to tide her over, as it was a rural school, and the ambulance took about 25 to 30 minutes to get to her, where she then needed a whole bunch of other medical equipment to essentially save her life.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible, isn't it?
James, Zach, in revenue terms, where are you currently, and give me an idea of the forecasts.
So in 2023, we brought in £171,000 of revenue. This year, we're expected to hit £463,000 of revenue. 2025, our revenue will be £840,000, and in 2026, 1.25 million.
What are you looking for, boys? Why did you come to Dragon's Den?
I think what we have found is that the best way to get this kit through the door is by a introduction. With connections, with awareness, with profiles, this could, be everywhere.
Yeah, exposure, access, and distribution.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, can you describe the barriers to entry or why you are going to own this space?
So we have the trademarks, domain names, the design rights all registered under our company. There is no sort of patent, but we do have the exclusive agreement with a pharmaceutical company that makes the adrenaline pens. That's actually tied over for multiple years, and they won't be partnering with anyone else providing these pens. We then also have our license, which is through the MHRA. It's a WDA license, which enables us to take payment for medication.
Okay. Does anybody else supply adrenaline pens?
Well, yes, but there hasn't been anyone in the market that's looking to do this sort of thing.
So you're smart guys, come over smart already. Who are you talking to at the moment? Who's your best next proposition or opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, for the last year and a half, we've only been selling to schools, but now we've done a lot of legal legislation and compliance work because adrenaline is a prescription-only medication. So we can now sell through occupational health schemes to workplaces, which is everything from hospitality to leisure, gyms, theme parks.
So that's a fundamental change to your business. That's opened a big set of double doors.
So the forecasts that we actually provided were based primarily on the schools business because this is something we've managed to navigate a lot sooner than originally anticipated. So the market has now, to an extent, blown wide open.
Guys, listen, I could pretend, but I love it.
I'm also not going to pretend.
Can't help it. I love it. You characterise for me exactly what a really good business is. You know where your market is, and you two are just smart as anything, which really makes it really hard for me to negotiate on.
Should we leave? Is that to give you a moment?
Yeah. So I am going to make you an offer. So I'm going to offer you all of the money, and I'm going to offer it at what you asked, at 5%. Because I think you're excellent. And do you know the trouble with going first? Is it gives all of them the opportunity to sell themselves much better than I did. And I sit here thinking, oh, I should have said that. Just go back to the back of the wall and talk to the wall and come back and say, you've offered us at the level that we're delighted. We know you're incredibly well connected. Let's do a deal.
Zach.
Can we just do that?
No, Zach, let me say, how much you paying for your rent where you are?
I've seen all this before. I tell you what, you're going to get, in a minute, you're going to get free office accommodation. You're going to get a spot on a podcast. Guys, my question to you, so here's the thing. I think it's clearly brilliant. If I was to offer a similar level to Deborah's offer just now and end up with 5%, where's my exit here?
We reckon there'll be an exit opportunity in 3 or 5 years from potentially selling the companies to the pharmaceutical industry.
And what do you think we're selling that company for?
Anywhere upwards of 50 million, so it's possible.
50 million. Have you got any examples of this? I mean, if you look at the defibrillator kits that are out there, I don't know of one company that has exited for tens of millions. Do you?
No, because they're running so much profit that they're actually not exiting, potentially.
Don't think that's the case. So I think the offer at 5% isn't rich enough for me, because an exit at the multiples that you're thinking of, I think is going to be incredibly challenging. So for that reason, I'm going to say that I'm out.
Thank you, I appreciate it anyway, Peter.
Okay, I'm going to tell you where I am. First thing I have to say is well done and congratulations, because it's so incredible that you went through something yourself and you had that entrepreneurial itch to actually do something about it, which has likely saved people's lives already. That's a really amazing thing.
Thank you.
So I would also like to make you an offer. I'll offer you all of the money, but I would like 7.5% of the business.
Okay. Thank you, Stephen.
Hi, guys. I'm torn because of the valuation. And I'm torn. I could definitely, if you wanted me, I've got contacts. You name it, it's quite easy. Introducing you to whoever. I did say I could offer you some office space, and I'm in the office space every day. I'm there. You'll be there. You can ask me whatever you want. So I'm going to make you an offer. So I'm going to offer you all of the money, but I want just a little bit more because I believe that I'm offering more. I'll give you all of the money for 8%. Okay. So, where are you?
I'll tell you where I am. I think it's very, very important for you guys to make sure you get the right dragon to help you on this next stage of the journey. I'm going to be really honest in saying I don't think I am the right one for you. So I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you and say that I'm out.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Do you want to go to the back and
Yeah,
chat?
thank you.
Thank you.
Zach and James have 3 dragons battling for a share of their business. Touker Suleyman wants the biggest stake at 8%, but to sweeten the deal, he's throwing in free office space.
Want to?
Stephen Bartlett has asked for 7.5%,
What do you think for 75k?
whilst Deborah Meaden has met the duo's original asking price of 5%.
Yeah, let's do it. Go. Thank you for the offers. We were hoping to potentially have a reverse suggestion where you two, Stephen and Deborah, share the investment, 3% each.
Personally, I would most certainly share with Deborah. We'd have to move up a little bit on the 3%, so I would do it with Deborah at 3.5%.
I'd be very happy to share with you, Stephen.
And if you want to come and work in my office, I have a couple of free floors, so.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Touker, for but I think we'll go with Deborah and Stephen. Thank you.
Well done.
Excellent.
A fantastic result for Zach and James.
Unbelievable.
Right, well done, guys.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
As they seal a deal with the 2 dragons they'd set their sights on.
Yeah, we're really happy, really happy. I mean, they were basically fighting over us. It was amazing to see.
Well negotiated, Deborah.
I got a bit giddy there, didn't I?
Yes, very well negotiated, Deborah.
I think I hit it very well.
I think Stephen was someone I really wanted to get on board. Deborah with the hospitality and yeah, just perfect, perfect.
You've got it, you've got it, you've got it. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to get some water.
Hi, I'm Millie Flemington Clare. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Bristol.
Oh, are we moving? We're moving.
I'm a really creative and determined business person. The determination definitely comes from growing up with a rare condition, and I'm just always wanting to prove to people what I'm capable of.
Make up.
Right up my street. The brand looks nice.
The stakes are high in terms of this is my dream, and by having the investment and a dragon on board, it will allow us to get the story out to a wider audience. Hi, Dragons. I'm Millie Flemington-Clare. I'm a 4'6", pink-haired pocket rocket and founder of Human Beauty. But I've not always had this confidence. I was born with a rare condition that only affects 2,000 people worldwide. I've spent most of my childhood and teens in and out of hospital, and as a result was bullied for my height, the way I walk, and I was tube-fed till I was 18. In the last 4 years, I've had 2 kidney transplants, and I ended up in ICU for over 3 months, but makeup became my therapy. However, I became really frustrated by the lack of representation and accessibility in the beauty industry, so I founded Human Beauty. Human Beauty is a brand that celebrates accessibility and inclusion, and we're on a mission to create cosmetics accessible for all. Our unique selling point lies within our accessible beauty range. So, for example, our makeup therapy palette has an innovative QR code that leads to audio and visual descriptions. Other accessibility features is like our Liquid Confidence mascara, which has an omnidirectional wand that can be applied in any direction. And all of our products are square or anti-roll, and we have sensory-friendly formulas. 1 in 4 people in the UK have a disability, yet we're the least represented. Today, I'm asking for £50,000 in return for 20% share in Human Beauty. Thank you.
An inclusive brand of cosmetics focused on accessibility for all is the offering from Millie Flemington-Clare.
So do you use the product?
Yeah, I love them. They're really good, and like the mascara has made it so much easier to use. I can use it from every angle because I've got limited dexterity. This is game-changing.
Millie's looking to secure an investment of £50,000 for a 20% share of her company.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
First to take a closer look at the beauty business is Peter Jones.
Millie, hello.
Hi.
Well, congratulations on getting here.
Thank you.
Daunting, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been watching this since I was 8 with my dad, and so this is a dream.
Oh, wow. Well, you've accomplished the dream for sure. My key question here is, what specifically makes the product inclusive in your eyes?
So it's a combination of things. So like the anti-roll packaging, the sensory-friendly formulas, but also when things smell too much or the glitter's gritty or heavy makeup for people, because I talk about neurodiversity as well, if it's too much, that can be a barrier as well. And I talk about accessibility has to come from a 360 point of view. It has to come from the product design, but also the price point and the way we communicate with our customers, like our website and our social media.
Millie, you're quite the force.
Thank you.
So when did you launch this business?
Officially, it was an idea I started in 2020.
Yeah.
But the last year is when I've been properly
Okay,
doing it.
so if you tell me when the figures start from.
Yeah, so we've first figures from November 21 to October 22.
Yeah.
Our turnover was 982.
Yeah. 982.
£982.
Yeah.
And then the year that we've just done was turnover 3,792.
What are your forward-facing ambitions for this business? And because this strikes me as being a business on one end, but also a bit of a movement on the other.
We are about beauty products, but we want to set a new standard for accessibility and disability representation. I think that there is a huge need globally for people who don't feel heard and seen already. So yeah, I want to be like the Fenty Beauty, but for accessibility.
Millie, hi.
Hi.
Oh, I love my makeup. As you probably know, I'm right into it. And deciding to start a business in cosmetics to then going about sourcing, finding suppliers, it's quite a big job. Do you have any experience in this industry?
Yeah, so I worked for a big beauty company in their product development team for 18 months. So I sat in on supplier meetings. I actually, realised that a lot of beauty brands, they all make their products in the same factories, and it's all about branding and packaging.
It's all about branding and packaging, which takes me beautifully on to what I believe is the real USP of this business.
Yeah.
which is you.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you're buying into, you and the face of the brand.
Yeah.
And you seem very happy to be out there and to be the face of this brand.
Yeah.
In what ways do you think you've managed to achieve that? And in what ways do you think you need some help, or you're not achieving your potential in that area?
Honestly, in terms of me being the face of the brand, I'm confident with it. I have like a big following on LinkedIn now. People come to me when they want to have someone talking around accessibility or the beauty industry. I had a documentary made about me called Born Different, and they got 10 million subscribers. That's a whole series about people living with rare conditions.
And how long ago was that?
That was about a year ago.
So am I right in reading into this with your numbers, that the challenge you've had is commercialising you as a celebrity endorser of this brand?
Yes, I've been good at community building over the last kind of 6 months to a year, but it's now trying to convert more people into sales. So there's a few things I need help with. Social media is a big one, and how to convert, and like TikTok shop and things like that. Because at the moment, videos that do well for me is me doing story times or talking about ableism in the wild is what we call it. So trying to figure out how to turn that style of content into sales.
Millie, it's a really, really inspiring story. And it's, I love sitting in this chair because I get to meet people who have given me this wonderful reminder of human perseverance and creativity and ingenuity, and how there's so many people out there fighting to change things. As a business case,
yeah,
it's not a financial investment for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that I'm out. But I'm willing to invest my time, which means that I'm inviting you to come to my offices in central London, hang out with me and my team. We can teach you the dark arts of social media and marketing that you're seeking.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will give you what you're looking for.
Thank you.
So that's an offer from me. It's not a financial one, so I am out, but I'm offering to invest my time.
Okay, thank you so much.
God, that's a great offer. I mean, you have this brilliant and unique story to tell.
Yeah.
I am a little worried that you are competing in this massively noisy pool over here, and getting voice is going to be hard. So that is a fantastic offer, because you're going to need all your help that you can get in that. I know it's tiny, it's a baby at the moment, but it hasn't really shown where it can go. And I'm finding it difficult to see it as an investment, to be perfectly honest. So all the best, Millie, but I won't be investing, I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Millie, you are the absolute epitome of drive and determination can overcome anything.
Yeah.
However, I've got to be backing you as an entrepreneur and this business as a business concept. And when I look at the business, the concern for me is there's nothing in the numbers that gives me the confidence that that £50,000 is going to be a great investment and give me great return on the investment.
Okay.
So I've got to say that I'm out.
Okay.
However, I've no doubt you are going to do great things, and I'm going to look forward to watching this journey.
Yeah, thank you.
Millie, on your own, you've done a remarkable journey. You cannot continue on your own.
Yeah, I know.
Stephen's offered you a great opportunity. I will offer you help sourcing if you want to source home from China. So that is on offer. However, on the investment side, you can hear where I'm going to. You know, I just feel you're not ready.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So what you're offering me today is not investable, and I'm out. However, my offer stands to help you alongside Stephen. He'll do the marketing, hopefully, and if you want any help on the sourcing, I will help you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, Millie, you've done quite well. You haven't given anything away of your company, and you've ended up what you came in for, apart from the cash. I really like the brand, actually. But what's more striking is that I do think, you know, if you look at this, you are actually individually the definition of human beauty. I think you've got something very, very special.
Thank you.
You needed a life-changing moment, and I think that's what you've got. And I'm going to slightly add to that, because I think you deserve a break. When Touker develops the products, Stephen develops the social media, I'm going to tell my team to help you distribute and sell online your products that you develop.
Thank you.
And that way, you get to keep all of your company, which you deserve. So I'm going to provide that offer for you. I'm going to say that I'm out in terms of giving you the cash.
Yeah.
But boy, you've won today. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
You might have done the best deal I've ever seen in the den. You've given away none of your business and you've got loads of help.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thanks.
From cosmetic purveyor to dragon slayer, Millie leaves without any investment, but she's secured the support of 3 dragons without surrendering a shred of her company.
I'm feeling overwhelmed, to be honest. To have Touker, Stephen and Peter's help is, it's game-changing for me. They're going to be able to help me with the exact things that I need to be able to get a human beauty out to more people and make a real change.
Wasn't she just so impressive, though?
Yeah.
Just after all she's been through, to have the guts to come into the den, which I think I'd even be terrified to do.
The key learnings is that I've done a really good job and that people believe in me, which is really cool.
Hi, I'm Carla and I'm from Hampshire.
We're ready. We are ready. Never been so ready.
I want to empower women to wear their hair however they want, to not feel that they have to wear it in a certain way to look professional or smart.
Cheers.
Is it a hair wrap?
No, I think it's a hair wrap. Yeah.
So you'd wear that in the shower, would you?
No, you wear it after the shower to dry your hair.
Why don't you just put a towel on your head?
Because they dry much, much faster. So your hair dries much faster and it reduces your hair drying time, which reduces your electricity consumption. And also, it dries faster after it gets wet.
I haven't got time for all this. Just use a hairdryer and we're done.
I started the business when I was 51 years old, and I want to really champion the message that it's never too late. And people in their middle age, especially women, can do anything they put their mind to.
You're going to be ace, epic and awesome.
Epic and awesome. Hi Dragons, I'm Carla, founder of Good Wash Day, a direct-to-consumer hair care brand. Good Wash Day hair towels are made in the UK and are 95% organic jersey cotton. They reduce friction, damage, frizz and drying time. The ethos of the business is paramount. From the choice of fabric to the eco-friendly packaging, offcuts are used to make period products for marginalised communities in Kenya. And every month I gift towels to people affected by chemotherapy, whose scalps can be sensitive. There are 11,000 Good Wash Day towels around the world, resulting in a net profit from year 2 and a 6-figure turnover in year 3. How did I get here? During the pandemic, I stopped a 25-year hair straightening habit and learned to look after my waves and curls. I kept reading that we should be using a microfiber towel or a t-shirt to dry our hair. I wanted a hair towel made from t-shirt fabric. I took everything that I have learned in the business degree I completed in my 40s, and I started my business. I'm looking for £40,000 in exchange for 10% of the business. Thank you for listening to my pitch.
Towels, intended to be kind to both hair and the planet, are the offering from Carla Saul.
What's the difference between that and a towel on your head?
It's how it treats your hair. It's a very soft fabric. It absorbs the water from your hair instead of making it frizzy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Carla is seeking £40,000 for 10% of her business.
Perfect, Stephen.
But will the Dragons view hairdos as investment don'ts?
Carla, hi.
Hi, Peter.
It's great, isn't it, when you can demonstrate a product, does exactly what it says on the tin. So this is a Jersey cotton.
It's organic Jersey cotton, yes.
And where's it made?
It's grown in Turkey, and I have them made in the UK.
Okay. You said that you've taken the business to 6 figures.
Yes.
What did you turn over last year?
Last year, I turned over £141,000 with a net profit of £25,000.
Carla, Touker,
Yes.
what does that cost you?
To have a complete towel made, it's about £7.50.
How much?
£7.50.
Yeah, you could buy this in China. I mean, you could probably get it all made without the box.
Yeah.
You're probably talking of £2.
Yeah.
And what do they sell for? You get
£30.
It's expensive.
People buy multiple, but I do take your point. And if ever my brand faces criticism, like I've got out of the 968 reviews I've got, about 20 are not 5-star. And those 20 say, love the product, does exactly what it says. It's expensive for a piece of fabric.
I mean, it's a £20 product, if that. I mean, if you're doing volume with these, you could probably be outsourcing all of this, and you could bring the cost right down.
Carla.
Hi. Hi, Sara.
So tell me, what inspired you to go back to university as a mature student to do your business degree?
I left school at 16 with 1 O-level and went straight out to work. And then I had our 2 sons, and I willingly took a 10-year career break to be at home with the children. But whenever I looked for jobs, they needed a degree. And I thought a business degree is the degree to do. So because I hadn't even done A-levels, I had to really, I hadn't even written academically before. So it was a learning curve.
So well done.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Peter.
And so do you think you've used a lot of what you've learned in your business degree when you've set up the business?
Definitely. So just touching on that as well, in my early 40s, I actually was diagnosed with PTSD, which I had sort of some things had happened to me that I hadn't told anyone. So I had lots of therapy in my 40s, and then I thought I could take on the world.
Do you know what? I think you've clearly been very self-reflective for whatever's happened. And I have a huge amount of admiration for anybody that does that, because that's really, really tough to do when things haven't been good.
Thank you.
I want to give you a cuddle.
Thank you. Oh, you're a long hugger. I love a long hugger. It's got to be at least 6 seconds or it doesn't count. Oh, now right, I'm there.
It's also nice to see a smile on your face, because when you came in, you were so serious. I guess that was nerves.
Yeah, and I keep reminding myself it'd be really weird if I wasn't nervous, wouldn't it?
You're absolutely right, but it is nice to see a smile back on your face, able to talk about stuff. So I think your approach to this business warrants me unpicking it a little bit more.
Yes.
Because you are absolutely founded on ethics, which of course I love. So talk through those things that you hold really dear, so that when somebody buys one of these towels, they know that they're buying into things that they really care about.
Yeah. So people really do like the Made in the UK. Those stickers that are stuck on the tissue paper are made from 95% sugarcane fibres and 5% hemp and linen, and the adhesive is biodegradable and compostable. My offcuts are minimal. Most of my supplies come from other UK businesses, many of which are female-founded, which I love. So that ethos of my business is absolutely paramount. And I really want to make it clear that moving forward, I have to keep my ethics in place.
Well, that's why I asked. And actually, it's really important to establish what your ethics are, because we all have our own version of what's really important to us.
Yes.
But you're embracing planet,
Yes.
and you're embracing people.
Yes.
So that any decision you make is being filtered through those,
Yes.
which is fantastic.
Yes.
It's difficult for me because I'm invested in a business that actually makes hair wraps.
Yes.
So it does make it very, very difficult for me to invest.
Yes.
Because if I'm talking about a product, which one am I talking about?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I will find that really difficult.
Yeah.
So no reflection on you at all, Carla. But I think, to be fair, I shouldn't be investing in you.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid I'm out.
Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that.
Carla, I'm going to tell you where I am.
Okay.
What you've done is really, really great, because you've done what's quite rare, is you've built your business slow and sustainably, which I can really, really, really admire. And you've taken the hard road, as you've said, from your personal journey. So I've got a huge amount of admiration for you. However, I'm really looking for businesses that I think have the potential to deliver really outsized returns in a relatively short time horizon. But I don't see that potential in this business. So I'm going to say that I'm out.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you.
You're very credible. And I'm surprised you've done the turnover you've done. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
For a basic product like that.
Thank you.
But the fact that you've got one product worries me. In a way, I mean, I could give you the 40,000. I probably won't see it back for a long time. You know?
Projections, I would be able to pay back within 2 years.
How would you envisage that working?
I was envisaging if I was lucky enough to get an offer and there was some haggling and you wanted to offer more, totally shooting myself in the foot here, I would be able to have some negotiation power around, but okay, if I give you your money back in 2 years.
You'd have to make 200,000 in profit, though, to be able to do that. So that's quite tough to be able to do that.
Yeah, noted.
So to do that as a dividend repayment,
Yes.
but I can see what you're meaning. Can I just say something as well? So being in Dragon's Den, not really about luck. So if you get an offer, it's not because you've been lucky.
Yeah.
It's because you've done really well.
Thank you.
So I'd like to make you that offer.
Okay.
It's not luck.
Poker face.
However, you have shot yourself in the foot on your negotiation.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I will offer you all 40,000 for 20% of the business.
Yep.
Reducing to 10% if I get my money returned in 2 years. That's a reflection, though, on how well you pitched and how great a businesswoman I think you are.
Thank you.
That's a good offer. In one way, I want to help you because I can see that you are very determined. I know I can help you in the sense of helping you source the product. So I will give you all of the money, 40,000, but I want 30%. And in this case, actually, I'm willing to share because I know what I can do at the sourcing end.
Thank you, Touker. I appreciate that.
Okay. Peter, what do you think?
I think you've clearly created a great product, but I'm also thinking, do you know what? This is a business that you could make a huge amount of money. And I think you've been so fair asking for just £40,000 for 10%. I think you've done everything right, Carla.
Thank you, Peter. That means a lot. Thank you.
Touker, you know, he's very good at the sourcing side. And I'm brilliant at everything else. I would be willing to match and share it with Touker. So I would be willing to offer you £20,000 for 15%.
Thank you, Peter.
Would you like to cover things?
Yes, thank you.
It's decision time for Carla. Sara Davies has offered £40,000 in return for 20% of the business, dropping to the 10% Carla was originally seeking once the investment has been repaid.
Boys have teamed up again.
While Touker Suleyman and Peter Jones have joined forces to table a 30% bid.
Thank you so much for all the offers. Touker, I feel that we are on quite separate paths in terms of the ethos, and I think at my point in life, I need to stay where I'm headed. Peter, would you consider sharing with Sara, please, on her terms?
It means I'd get 5%.
Too low?
Would you put it up a bit?
Could we go 10% for each of you for the 40,000?
We could. I'm just going to be really honest because I feel like I'm wanting to look out for you here.
Yes, thank you.
It means you've given away twice as much of your business than what you need to do.
But I
think you need to sit and question, is there something that Peter brings to this that you feel confident that I can't?
What is it that you want, Carla? Because obviously, you know, everybody has their own opinion. I mean, the fact that Sara's obviously deluded that I don't add more value. Just explain that in a sentence if you can for me.
I think actually whilst you've said that, Peter, I'm so grateful for your offer and your hug was amazing. But Sara, I'd really like to accept your offer because I feel like it's the best fit for me. Thank you.
Carla.
Well done.
It's great.
Thank you,
trust
Sara.
Look.
Success for Carla.
You made a great offer. You've got a fantastic business and we're going to do great.
We're going to do great things together.
Well done, Carla.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
She leaves the den with £40,000, having struck a deal which has left some of the dragons splitting hairs.
She's lovely, and I
She
think
is
you're a good
And I
partner
am
as
not
well.
deluded, Mr. Jones.
Oh, you are. You can't even do a quarter of what I can do.
I think I'm the perfect fit for her.
I am just thrilled that I've got a dragon, and that dragon is Sara Davies, and I just think she's going to be amazing for my business.
Dragon's Den will return later in the year.
I've got 50 years experience. You got 5 years? Yeah, 50 years.
This is the messiest set of negotiations I think I've ever heard.
You've remortgaged your houses.
Yeah.
I'm a gambling man and I want to take a punt on you.
It kind of sounds like you're trying to employ me.
Oh, really?
I mean, if I'm on here, then I'm clearly doing something right.
Just let me finish speaking for just a second.
I'm afraid this ain't going to work.
In that case, unfortunately, Deborah, you're out.
Wow.